So she excuses herself again. She says, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go back with my friends. Like, we're having fun. Have a good night. It was nice meeting you. So then you just, no, 진짜 바보야.
He needs some milk!
He says, you're doing this to an idol. I can pick any girl. I chose you. I can't tell who's more stupid, me or you.
Damn!
What's up, idols? It's Cece Lesson 3. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry for the lack of uploads last week. It took a while for me to finish braiding my hair, and also Final Fantasy 16 came out, and that's like, it takes time to emotionally recover from. More importantly, did y'all see what y'all did? Do you see this? Look at this growth, this reach, this engagement. The way the algorithm works, if a video is watched for a long time, then it's seen as good and it's spreaded and promoted across the platform, and that's exactly what happened on last Monday's video. I've got this grind mentality going on. I go through these peaks and valleys of motivation and encouragement, and right now I'm on a high. I really want to start my podcast on my second channel. I want to start uploading more on that channel as well as this channel. This channel will always primarily be Korea, beauty, K-pop, travel, dating, things like that. The other one is going to be, you know, other themes you've seen on this channel where I talk about race, gender, discrimination, travel, outside of Korea, things like that, because those other issues matter to me a lot as well. But I do need equipment for that, so I'm working on it. It might take some time. No pressure whatsoever, but I do have a PayPal link below if you want to give me some extra support, some extra encouragement, some extra help. It's there, and your girl will be forever grateful. Fret not. One of the other best, absolute, most important ways to support me is to watch this video as long as you can muster, until I annoy you. Please keep watching this video, engage with it, leave a like, leave a comment. It really helps to keep me making content like this. It keeps the motivation and the morale high. 감사합니다. So yeah, again, after Monday's video totally took off, I have been bombarded with emails where y'all are it's just oozing with tea. Ew, why'd I say ooze? So for this video, I'm gonna share two of the most bombastic, jaw-dropping story times with you guys. From a guy pretending to be a K-pop idol in the club for clout, to an innocent crush that turns greedy and perverted and just like, why does this happen to people? We got tea to spill today. So yeah, the first one we're gonna talk about is the fake K-pop idol. The main character in this story is Jane. Any Tarzan fans out there? This took place last summer in Seoul. She said that she had already seen and heard enough about the quality of garbage that is the dating apps, especially in Korea. So she said she didn't even bother downloading Tinder. She has no interest in that whatsoever, especially since she was only going to be there for 90 days. But she does admit that she uses a lot of Hello Talk because she wanted to make some foreign friends who were interested in learning a language, some Korean locals who could teach her the stuff more like practical, less textbook, more casual, conversational Korean. So she does like Hello Talk a lot. And on Hello Talk, she met this guy, we'll call him You.
Who are you?
You!
No, not me, you.
Yes, I am you.
Just answer the damn questions. Who are you?
I have told you.
He messaged her first, and he, based on like his profile, he's really active with like posting Korean word of the day and explaining certain concepts of the Korean language, and he had like a lot of followers and friends, and she was like, okay, you know, like this seems like a really good account to follow if I want to learn more Korean and get better at it. So yeah, they were talking. She was happy to reply. He was really good at English. He was also really helpful with her learning Korean. And one day he says they should meet up and hang out in person. And he asks her if she likes to dance, if she's familiar with Gangnam at all. So Jane doesn't fancy the club much. She's not like a clubby type of person, but she said with COVID, she wanted that experience again, and she wanted to at least say that she did go out at least once in Korea, like to be like, yeah, I've been to a club at least once. So she said, you know what, fine, well, let's go. However, she insists that her friends come too. She doesn't want to go with just him or just him and his friends. She wants to bring some people she knows as well. He says, sure, the more the merrier. So y'all keep going to these clubs in Gangnam, then y'all end up fucking around and finding out. Fast forward to her night out, and she goes inside with two friends. One is a Korean person, one is a foreigner person. We'll call the Korean friend Mina, and we'll call the foreign friend Gabby. So they get inside, she messages You, says like, hey, I'm in the club, where you at? She doesn't get a reply, but the show must go on. She came with her friends, so they're gonna at least go to the bar, get a drink, find some room to dance and have some fun. They're also hoping they can get lucky and find like a table to put their stuff down at. But overall, she likes the vibe. You know, she likes the music. She's enjoying hanging out with her friends. They're toasting. They have their little girl circle. They're having a lot of fun. So so far, so good. When suddenly a man approaches them boldly and asks if he can talk with them. They had a few drinks, so you know, they're feeling social. They go, you know what, why not? It's three of us, one of him. What could possibly go wrong? So he gets their names, their ages, their countries of origin, occupation, all that good stuff. He then takes out his phone, and Jane assumes that he's probably gonna like try and get some phone numbers or something. Instead, he goes straight to his gallery. He just starts showing them a bunch of pictures of like a jet, what appears to be a private jet, a boat, a really nice house, a really nice car, and she's just like, why? For why? But no, they're not his things. No, no, no. They're the guy over there in VIP's things. He explains that he is a very special person, he has many fans, and he would like them to accompany him in the VIP section. Now here's a bit of important info. On Jane's Hello Talk, she's very active. She shows a lot of pictures of herself, her various adventures and explorations around Korea, so if you went on her Hello Talk, you would know very clearly what she looks like. You, however, most of this stuff was like textbook things or Korean tips or like artsy stuff. It'll be like him taking a selfie with the phones in front of his face, or like the leaves and some cute flowers. So she never really knew what he looked like, and she didn't really care because she wasn't trying to date. She just wanted to learn Korean and make some friends. So Jane looks over to where this mystery man is pointing, and they see a guy over there waving them over. He's like sitting in the VIP section with a few girls, but they look disinterested. They're in their phones, kind of like swaying, not really engaging with him. We'll hear more from these girls a bit later in the story, so keep them in mind. So the three friends go towards his VIP section, honestly a little bit relieved that maybe they could sit down for a second because they've been standing gathered around a very small table. So then the mystery man that was waving them over greets Jane by name as if he knows her, so she's perplexed. She's like, ah, who are you? He says, ah, from Hello Talk, I am you. And she says, oh, wow, all right. She lets him know like, hey, I tried to text you and message you when I first got in. I thought maybe you were ghosting or you weren't going to show up. So then you says, oh, I thought it'd be more fun if I had my assistant go and get you. The assistant, aka the guy who fetched them over from their table, showing, hey, flex, 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 boat, yacht, money. So then Mina says, hey, isn't that too much? Aren't you being too much? You ignored her just so you could show off with your assistant? Which, yeah, exactly that. So then the assistant says, well, celebrities tend to be more secretive because of their privacy and security.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
This prompts Mina to laugh out loud. Just blah, just like, she just can't contain herself. She laughs out loud. Gabby did a little bit of like a little chuckle, and I guess Jane decided, I'll bite, I'll take the bait. Like, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? Please explain what's going on here. So Yoon says he's an idol, and that's why he has his very own VIP section. That's why he has so many girls around him, because that's the lifestyle he used to. This is the surprise. And I'm sorry, personal note here, I can't stand a flexer. Whenever guys feel the need to show off their cars or their jewelry or the things that they own, it's like, is your personality that bad that this is all you got? You have no riz? Like... That just screams, I'm incredibly insecure and shallow, so I hope these things impress you because my personality cannot. That also screams little... So then Mina, the Korean friend, asks in Korean, hey, let us hear some of your music. And Jane actually understood that. She said, oh yeah, oh my god, let's hear some of your music. That would be great. I'd love to hear some of your music. Yu says, oh, I'm sorry, it's not ready yet, and it's too loud in here. You wouldn't probably be able to understand. So feeling the tide turning against his favor, he decides to reach in a big bag. He had like a satchel, and he was reaching down like he was trying to pull something out, but some money spills out. Cash. Who carries that much cash anymore? But he like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, like it's so much, sometimes it doesn't stay in the bag. And at this point the girls are just like, yeah, we're gonna go. But Mina, she's like, she's not having this. She wants to fully call him out. So she's like, oh well, if you're an idol, then surely you should be able to dance. Like, let's go out on the dance floor and let's dance. Everyone's like, yes, oh my god, like this is my song, let's go dance. And then his assistant interjects and says, oh, well, you know, he can't risk an injury before the big upcoming music video shoot. So yeah, at this point, the girls are looking at each other, giving, you know, that look, that abort mission look. So they're like, yeah, you know, this is fun, this was great, thanks for letting us sit down for a minute, but we're gonna go and dance, because this is why you come to a club, to dance. So then Yu tries to invite Jane and Gabby to stay out with him for a little bit longer, because right after this club, they're going to a private hotel party that he's hosting. Mind you, there's three friends here. There's Mina, Jane, and Gabby. He is only inviting Jane and Gabby. Suspicious. Jane asks why so suddenly and why only two of them, why not Mina? So Yu's like, you know, your friend doesn't like me and I don't think I like her too.
I don't fucking like you.
What?
I said I don't fucking like you.
You don't like me?
No.
Look.
And I love this because it prompts Mina out loud to just go, whoa, me? Nega where? Like pointing at herself, going off in Korean. Whoa, 내가 왜 너를 좋아할까요? Like she is clowning him. So Jane leaves, they leave the VIP section, they go back to try and find some space to just exist with them. Yu follows behind Jane and he's like, yeah, come on, like, you know, we've been talking for a while, I just want to get to know you better. I really am an idol, I'm so sorry, I'm just really shy when I'm around a girl that I find attractive. Mind you, he just said he was so used to this lifestyle being surrounded by girls and like this is normal for him, but you see one girl that you think is cute and you can't function. He keeps saying, if you don't believe me, come with me to my hotel party and I'll be able to play some music for you there because it'll be quieter. Don't worry, I'm not a creep, your friends can come too, Mina can come too if she want. He's like really being persistent with this. She says she wants to drink, dance, be merry, and have fun. He says, oh, we can do that in my hotel too. At this point, she realizes he's not gonna own up to anything, he's not gonna be honest, and like it's so clear that he's just lying right now, and she's like, don't insult intelligence like that, that's rude. So she excuses herself again. She says, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go back with my friends, like we're having fun, have a good night, it was nice meeting you. So then you just, 너 진짜 바보야.
He needs some milk.
He says, you're doing this to an idol. I can pick any girl. I chose you. I can't tell who's more stupid, me or you.
Damn!
So Mina hears this and she swoops in, she gathers up Jane and they leave. They don't even stay in the club because they don't want to see him anymore, so they go to another club. Mina's like, I know a better place, let's go here instead. So that's it for a while. Everything's all quiet until about 2 weeks later. Jane got a shocking message on Hello Talk from a girl that she did not know. But this girl was saying, hey, I know you. I think I saw you before in the club. Now, Jane doesn't go out much, so she knows exactly what club that she is probably talking about. She says, hi, I don't mean to be weird, but you might find this interesting. I found you because you left a message on Yu's Hello Talk post, and I recognize you from the club. I was in the club that day too, in Yu's VIP section when you guys left. We should have left with you. So Jane replies like, oh no, girl, don't worry about it. It's not weird at all. Are you okay? What's up? She says like he was such a creep and that Jane and her friends dodged a bullet. This is the girl, not Jane, the girl that messaged her in Hello Talk. I'm not gonna lie, I was interested in sitting in VIP and I wanted the free drinks and I wanted to know if he was actually rich. He's not. After you left, you had his assistant buy another bottle with his card, but it declined. He then had to use the cash that he scrambled from his bag and suddenly wanted to leave. He asked us to go with him to his hotel for the next party and we went. When we gathered outside of the club, it was all foreign girls around me. That was a red flag. I expected the hotel to be the Hilton, Intercontinental, Park Hyatt, something luxurious. It was the premier Best Western.
My life be like,
She said basically that she saw that it was the Best Western and she decided not to go upstairs. She said that some of the other girls did go up there with them, but she said, I'm gonna go back home and cut my losses. So yeah, Jane never talked to you again after that. She says she unfollowed him and unfriended him on Hello Talk, but that he did find her Instagram. And when she saw his Instagram, it was like an average, normal, it wasn't verified even. So like, if you're an idol, how do you not even at least have a verified account if you're this big shot, right? So he left a message saying he was sorry for the way he acted and he was so flustered because it was their first time meeting. But she said, you know, it's all good. You have a good life. I'll enjoy mine, but I don't think we should talk or see each other again. And good night, y'all. That's it. So what do y'all think happened? Do you think that Yu was really an up-and-coming, struggling K-pop artist? Or do you think he pulled his resources, got a homie, and said, you're my assistant for the night, and we're gonna try and make these foreign girls think we got money like that, and they'll be down to fuck. Okay, now on to the next story where it all started from an innocent little crush. So this one stars Anna. I was gonna do Elsa, but Anna needs some love too. She's a Canadian college student living in Daegu. You know, she finds herself around people her age, and you're in a social situation all the time where it's easy to just spark conversation and talk with people, so you don't really have to go on dating apps. I don't know if she was on dating apps, she didn't mention it in the email, but she said like this story involves a guy that she met in her class. So yeah, Anna has a crush on a classmate. After keeping it to herself for a while, she decided to like phone a friend. She decided to tell her roommate, we'll call the roommate Quinn. She said, oh my god, like there's this boy, he's in my class and he smells so good, he's so good looking, like I really like him. And she finally just vomited it, just let it all out to her friend because she had been keeping it to herself for months now. And then she said, well, like, do you know if he's single? Like, do you know what his type is? And she admits she doesn't really know anything because outside of, you know, exchanging a few notes or having a few class related comments, they don't really talk. So she knows he speaks like English and Korean because they've talked. Other than that, she doesn't really know too much. So Quinn says, okay, well maybe I can go to your class you can show me who he is and I can just straight up ask him like, hey, a friend of mine finds you interesting, are you single? Anna's like, I bet, sounds like a plan, let's do this. The boy that she has a crush on, we'll call him Moon. So yeah, Quinn isn't in this class with them, so she has to time it right and go to the end. Class lets out, finally skipping to the next class. Quinn walks in the doorway a little bit. She looks for Anna. Anna kind of gives like a little signal like she doesn't waste any time. She beelines straight for Moon and she goes, hi, I'm sorry, like I don't want to creep you out or anything, but one of my good friends, she has a crush on you. We just want to know, are you single? Moon says he is single. So Quinn follows that right up with, so what's your type? And he says something so vague. He says, I like a girl who's not afraid to be herself. Come on, son, you gotta give us more than that. So not wanting to drag out this strange encounter, she accepts that, thanks him, and then she leaves. Psych, she does not leave.
Gotcha, bitch.
She goes right over to Anna and celebrates like, he's single, he's single. Dead giveaway.
Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway.
First of all, when Anna gave Quinn the signal, she was not expecting her to do it like right there in the classroom. She thought it'd be in the hallway, outside, somewhere. Just she has eyes on the target, so find a good opportunity. She did it right in front of them, right in the classroom. You know, she's witnessing all of this. She hears everything, so she didn't need Quinn to come over and then be like, he's single, yes, and drop the confetti to celebrate. He definitely saw that. He definitely knows I like him now. Why did you do that, Quinn? So it's a few days later and they're in class again. So far so good. No weird glances or questions, no change. Everything seems to be normal until it's the end of class. Moon approaches Anna and he asks her if she has an extra pencil. She reaches in the bag, gives him an extra pencil. He writes something down and then hands it to her. She opens it and it says, call me, it's number. And she goes, what's this? I mean, obviously she knows it's a number, but she's like, can you elaborate, why are you giving me your number? So yeah, we can assume that Moon witnessed the little celebration between Quinn and Anna, and now she's like mortified. She's like, oh great, he knows I like him. So Moon says we should get coffee sometime before he smiles, waves, and walks away. So she's sitting there like, does this mean he likes me? Or maybe he just wants to study together? I don't know what to make of this. So, you know, she has his phone number. She's like, it's too soon to call, right? Like, should I wait a day? Should I not call him? I don't even know what to say if I do talk to him. So she does probably what I would have did. She just avoided calling him altogether. So then they have class again. And he asks her, hey, like, why didn't you call me? And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, I was just so busy, just life, it gets away from you, right? So he says, oh, it's fine, you know, no worries. Can we get coffee after class? That is, if you have time to fit me in. And she's like, oh, you know, I can make time for you, it's fine, whatever. So they head to the coffee shop and he asks her what she wants. He treats her to a drink. And they sit there and now it's time to talk and have a chat. And she's like, I don't know how this is gonna go. So Anna's like, did you want to study or like, you know, what did you want to talk about? He then straight up blurts out, well, you like me, right? Anna blushes so damn hard. She's malfunctioning and she's just like, me? Like, you like? What is like? Eat okay, what? He said it was your friend. I'm assuming either she likes me or you like me, but since she doesn't know me, I just assumed that it was you that liked me. Am I wrong? So then she says, wait, did you ask me out because you like me? And Moon's like, well, you know, you're a very pretty girl and you're interesting and of course I'd like to talk with you more. She says she's not used to this direct, bold attitude from him. You know, he just says everything that's on his mind, still matter of fact, so calm, charming, and composed. And he's just sitting there just having a very grown-up conversation, no games, no blushing. And then he says again, was I mistaken or is it your friend that likes me? And she goes,
no, it's me. I like you.
and then she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm not really good at this sort of thing. He's like, it's okay, you're shy, that's cute, I like shy girls. Mons is laying it on thick. Riz level 9,000. Anna says he was just staring daggers through her soul, eye contact the whole time, just looking right at her, just asking everything that's on his mind. She felt like she was being studied. Like everything that she did, he's just like, oh, like laughing and taking it all in. And she said she just felt herself melting. So then he straight up asked her, so what do you like about me? And she's like, well, you know, during class you seem so focused and you always smell so nice and you dress really well and you know, you're very cute. And the few times we've talked, you were very nice to me, so yeah. So he decides to ask her on a proper date. He's like, hey, so if you're not doing anything this weekend, why don't we have a picnic? Of course she says yes, so they wrap up their drinks, he gets her phone number, and they agree to see each other on the weekend. Now Anna can't wait to share the news with her homegirl, Quinn, when she gets inside, like, oh my god, I can't believe this actually worked. Quinn says, oh, we should go shopping. You should get like a perfect little picnic dress, you know, something long and flowy, maybe with a cute little slit on the side. Congrats on your first date in Korea. So yeah, now it's Friday, next day. Quinn and Anna are out shopping. It's getting into the evening and the night, and while Quinn and Anna are out spending the day together, she gets a call from Moon. So he asks her what she's doing. She's like, oh, I'm actually out with Quinn right now. We just had a bit of a girls' day. What's up? He says, oh, do you want to meet for drinks right now? And she's like, oh, right now? And also she doesn't like to drink alcohol. So she told him that. She's like, oh, I don't really drink much. And he said, oh, all Koreans drink. It's a survival skill. And then she asked him, like, why do you suddenly want to meet? And he says, I miss you.
That's suspicious.
So she says, like, she could wrap things up with Quinn, but she'd rather her friend come with her because she wouldn't feel right just ditching her last minute just to go hang out with this dude so suddenly. And then he says, oh, well, you know, I would really prefer if it was just us one-on-one. She's about to say, well, you know, I'm sorry, I can't really make it. I don't want to, like, just abandon her. And he says, you know what, actually, Quinn should come too. Please keep that part in mind. He says that Quinn should absolutely come as well. So she gets off the phone and updates Quinn because Quinn is just standing there looking at her like, where am I going? What's going on? He says that Moon is out drinking. He asked me to go with him. I said I don't want to go without you, and now we're all going drinking. She's like, okay, well, let's put our bags down at home and then head out. So they meet at Thursday party. Moon suggested this because they do tend to have a lot more foreigners there, so he says that she'd be more comfortable even though she doesn't drink. You know, she can get like a mocktail or something, and there's a lot of foreigners around, so comfort. They see Moon and he's already tipsy. He hugs Quinn, but then shakes the hand of Anna. They look at each other like, what the fuck? Because he did that all backwards. So he then buys them shots, and Anna's like, the fuck, I already told you I don't drink. So Quinn drinks hers for her too because she doesn't want to drink. So Moon is talking with Quinn. You know, he's asking her relationship status, her age, how long she's known Anna. At first, Anna was kind of sitting there like, this is weird. Like, he's not talking to me at all. He's not giving me any attention. He's only talking to Quinn. But at the same time, she's like, well, we did talk yesterday, so he does know this stuff about me already, so he just wants to get to know my friend too. No harm.
Oh, there's harm. Believe you me, there is harm.
But she started to feel like he was being a bit flirty with Quinn. Like, you know, he's really close to her and like their arms are touching while he's leaning in on the table and Quinn's backing up. So Quinn does her best to bring Anna back into the conversation because Anna really is just sitting there like, so she's like, hey Anna, why don't you tell him about when we first met? He asks Anna if they're really close. Anna's like, oh my god, absolutely, like we're absolute besties. Even though we've only known each other a few months, you know, I feel like I have family out here, she's amazing. We're opposites, but we get along, things like that. Like, he then asks Anna if she thinks that Quinn is cute. And of course, you hype up your girl. You're like, oh my god, this bitch is bad. She's so beautiful, she's gorgeous. Oh my god, like what do you mean? She's so cute. Her personality matches, like she's a beautiful person. So y'all, Moon straight up said, how about a three-way?
Bombastic side-eye. Criminal offensive side-eye.
Quinn laughs uncomfortably, but also like assuming it's a bad joke, like, haha, you drunken Korean humor, so funny.
Ha
Moon's face was serious. He meant that shit. Both of the girls say nothing. They're just kind of like looking at each other. And then I guess he can read the room and he goes, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I get horny when I'm drunk. I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable. I shouldn't have said that. So now they're like, what? Where do we go from here? So Quinn says, I need to go to the bathroom. Anna, can you come with me? So they go over, group in the bathroom, and they're like, dude, what is happening? Like, that went from 0 to a billion in like a second. Quinn partially feels like maybe I should leave and give you guys some one-on-one time, but at the same time, I don't feel safe leaving you here with him because he's so horny right now and it can't be helped because he's drunk. So Anna says, we can give it like 10 minutes or so to see if things can kind of go back to normal or if they get more weird. If they get more weird, we leave. If they get back to normal, then we see where it goes and maybe we can have fun. Not that kind of fun, like actual wholesome fun. Quinn agrees and they decide to head back out to the main part of the bar and look for Moon. They don't see Moon, but they do see his coat like on the chair and his phone on the table. So they said, okay, well, he's still here. Should we just wait for him? While they're sitting there deciding what to do, there's like an alert that goes off on Moon's phone. Quinn looks down and she's like, because she sees a bunch of like sexually suggestive emojis. She's like, we should go through his phone. Anna's like, absolutely not. I object. I'm not that type of girl. I'm not going to do that. Quinn, she didn't even finish her sentence. Quinn, I don't know how she got in. I don't know if it was unlocked and open, but Quinn's in his phone. She's going up to his messages. And then she reads Hangul, but she doesn't understand it very well. Anna is half Korean, so she speaks Korean very well. So she's just going through these messages like to respond to the latest one that he just got the same thread. So Quinn begins to read a message out loud and asks Anna to translate. Anna's face went cold. She looked shook. And this is the message that she translated. Why not both? Foreign girls are so easy. As they decide to join their efforts in reading more of the messages from this one guy, like it was a guy who is telling him, hey, get them both, they're foreigners, there should be no problem. They suddenly see why he said, oh yeah, Quinn should come too, yeah, because this guy, this friend is asking him like, which one's cuter, which one do you think you'll be able to have first, bragging, why have one when you can have two, And Anna's at this point, she's just like, oh my god, like I feel like such an idiot. I've liked this boy for months, but I didn't really know him. And Quinn feels bad for like encouraging it. She's like, oh my god, he likes you, first date in Korea. She's the one who suggested going to talk to him, so she feels bad, even though she really shouldn't, because Moon is the asshole here. They agree like it's time to go, like let's just leave. And Moon catches them walking towards the door, and he's like, oh my god, like where are you going? Puts an arm around them each. And he said, sorry, I didn't leave, like I just went to go and get some more drinks. He asked them why they're leaving, and Anna repeats the message, why have one when you can have both? Foreign girls are easy. But of course this doesn't mean anything to Moon because he hadn't seen his phone yet, but I think eventually he put 2 and 2 together like, he says sorry, his friends are idiots and it's not like that, but forgetting that, you know, what, 5 minutes ago he asked for this actual threesome, so it wasn't just boy talk and my friend being an idiot. You tried to act on this too. So they leave, they head back home. She decides to like return the dress that she got for the picnic. Moon was sending her messages like, dude, are we still gonna meet tomorrow? Like, I still really wanted to meet you and get to know you better. I'm so sorry. I've become a different person when I drink. I'm normally not like this, I swear. But she's absolutely done. So this following Tuesday, she's dreading it. She's like, I don't want to go to class. I don't want to see him. He would message her, but she would ignore the message. And this isn't a whole bad story because she said, like, don't feel bad for her about this because she actually does have a boyfriend now. And she also met him on campus. And she said it's a little funny because every now and then, occasionally, while she's holding hands, happy with her man, she'll see Moon, like they'll all see each other and she's like, this could have been you. So yeah guys, that was 2 of the most bombastic stories I read this week in my emails. Thanks for watching. If you did, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Annyeong!